over there playing peanuts.
Last Friday, Bert Kreisher sold out Amalie Arena in his hometown of Tampa, Florida. I was lucky enough to attend the show live, and given what a wild event it was, I thought it fully deserved its own recap video right here on this channel. The Tops Off World Tour is truly unlike any comedy experience you could possibly find.
What could have been the greatest night of your life last night? Up there? Where would you rank it in the greatest nights of your life?
So the greatest day of my life was my 40th birthday. I was in Australia. I was the skinniest I'd been as an adult. And I was working for Travel Channel. I just signed a 2-year deal, so I knew money was coming in. And Leanne was there, and I was playing at Bondi Beach in the surf, and it was crystal clear, and it was ice cold. And that, I've always remember isolating that as the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
Yesterday beats it with a crocodile chasing it down the road.
Yeah.
It is fucking, yesterday was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, one of the many things that made this show in particular so special is that it took place in Bert's hometown. You could tell the show was extra special to him. He even cried when he walked out on stage for the first time, and again when he walked off. There were a lot of specific Tampa references during the show, like exact street names, which the crowd loved, and apparently this sold-out show in Amalie Arena was the first time Bert's dad has ever seen him do stand-up, which I think is just insane.
We get back to the Amalie, and my parents show up, Cowhead shows up, everyone starts showing up, and I realize the scope of it as I'm watching it fill in. My dad's never seen me do stand-up, but in a weird way, I'm oddly...
Your dad had never seen you do stand-up?
Last time was the first time he's ever seen me do stand-up.
What the fuck?
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy?
Why is that?
It makes him nervous. It made him very nervous. Last night, he tried to get my mom to stop recording. My mom was recording me walking on stage. He goes, honey, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get us in trouble. My mom's like, we know the fucking guy.
Yeah. We got an in.
Yeah, as I watched you guys progressively kill, I went, oh, this is a really hot room. Like, this is they're like fucking at it. Like, they're like dogs chomping at the bit. I'm so lucky the way I get on stage, because the way I get on stage, it makes you feel artistic, because they squat you down in the back, and everyone else comes on the side, but they squat me down in the back, and I got JJ with me. He's like, you ready, boss man? And I'm like, yeah. And then I get to look up at the fucking center of the arena. Whatever arena we're at, I can see it. It's really a surreal experience. And then I hear Fortunate Son. I come out, and I am waterworks for honestly, probably a solid minute and a half. I kill the beer. I throw my shirt off. They're just cheering. And then this will make me emotional. I just go, it's good to be home. And the place goes...
No, you got a second standing ovation. You got a standing ovation when you walked on, and then they sat down, and then you said that, and they stood up again.
Yeah, and then I was like, I got to disconnect from my emotions.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to get through this set. And from that moment, honestly, until from that moment for 20 minutes, I don't remember a thing. I just remember everything was hitting so hard. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to follow this. I'm not going to be able to follow what I'm doing. Right. I got to slow this energy down.
Besides the homecoming angle, the other thing that made this show so memorable was the sheer amount of production Bert's been putting into these arena gigs. We're talking about 2 huge vertical video screens on stage instead of the overhead jumbotron, a light sound setup that looks like it's for music festivals, and an endless amount of fog being pumped in behind him throughout the show. When all of that comes together into one, the view of Brent on stage performing in front of his hometown crowd was just tremendous.
Joe, I got your video.
Bert, I hate to do this, man, but my tour bus is better than yours again. I went all black on him this time. All right, Bert. Good luck, man.
Dude, badass tour bus. Here's my tour bus. We got it wrapped. Oh, by the way, here's my other tour bus. That's for my crew. Oh, this is one of my semis that carries my stage. Here's another semi. That carries my audio equipment. Here's my other semi. That carries all my video equipment. But badass tour bus, bro. All right, we'll see you guys in Tampa. Yeah! Amalie Arena, baby.
By the end of the night, the show itself turned into just a cherry on top, which is pretty funny. Greg Fitzsimmons, Mark Smalls, and David Williamson opened the show. Bert was electric on stage. I think he chugged like 9 beers. At one point, we were all just singing the national anthem during the show. Bert shows and Bert fans are a lot of fun. At one point, he told a joke about Tom and Christina, and the whole place lost their minds. You could feel the venue shaking to the core. This material comes out on Netflix as a special on March 14th, and I really hope he keeps that joke in there the exact same way.
The machine. Secret time. Hey, big boy. March 14th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, Razzle Dazzle.
By far the coolest moment of the night happened during the machine story, of course. Bert was about halfway through telling his famous story when he went off on a tangent about how grateful he was to Tampa and the state of Florida for the impact that they've had on his career. He then talked about how his new movie, The Machine, is coming out soon and told a funny story about being on the phone with Sony, asking them if he could show the trailer to all his fans in Tampa. Sony saying, "No, Bert, we have millions of dollars invested in this trailer coming out next week." And Bert saying, "Okay, well, what if you just send it to me so I can show my mom and dad?" Sony said yes, apparently, and then Bert turns to the whole arena and says, "Okay, everyone except for my parents, close your eyes." It was awesome to be in there for that sneak peek. It was obviously very funny. He got permission to show us that, but it was funny how he set it up. It was awesome to be in there during that sneak peek, and the movie looks fucking awesome.
7 years ago, one incredible story blew up the internet.
When I was 22, I got involved with the Russian mafia. I was a frat boy on a class trip.
This is Igor. He's here for your protection. He is very dangerous. You are not to talk to or hang out with him.
All I want to do is hang out with him.
I did not speak Russian.
Yeah, machine.
All I knew how to say was, "On the machine!" It was literally the best summer of my life.
We robbing this guy?
This is Russia!
23 years after those events, the story continues.
What is wrong with this shirt?
Yo, machine. Not today, brother. Not today. My dad showed up.
You paid money to see my son tell his made-up story about robbing a train in Russia?
For the millionth time. It's a true story.
It took about 2 seconds before he started making me mental. Look at it.
He's a monster. Are you the machine?
Ma'am, the party's outside.
23 years ago, you stole the only thing my father ever cared about.
Sorry.
If this is some sort of TikTok prank, I'm about to lose my shit.
It's definitely a prank. Clearly that's a fake gun. Or not.
You're coming with me back to Russia.
Russia?
If you try to run.
He's going down. Dad, why are you talking all fast like you're on speed or something?
Because I'm on speed. Oh. More drugs. Bert, take off that shirt and show those SOBs who you really are.
Now, you gotta party with me.
He's the motherfucking machine.
Overall, actually going to this show was a blast. This is my first time ever attending any sort of Bert Kreischer event, and I have to say it lived up to all of the hype. It was like a whole experience built around a comedy show where the jokes, although funny, aren't even necessarily the most important part of the night. If the Tops Off World Tour is headed to a city near you, I would definitely recommend gathering a bunch of people, specifically ones that you know like to drink, get together, get hammered, and go check it out for yourself. If that doesn't sound fun to you, you can save yourself the hangover and watch Bert's new special, Razzle Dazzle, only on Netflix beginning March 14th.